guys! Today I'm going to review the new Mutants. It just came out, I've just watched it at the cinema last night, and I'm going to give you my impressions about it. There's mixed feelings about it, so here it goes. It's the 13th and final instalment of the X-Men series of films, and this is like different to the other X-Men films. This is mutants, young people who haven't discovered the powers yet, so it's like sort of like a bit of a sort of spin-off really from the X-Men films.
What's the last thing you remember, Danny? He said we had to run.
One thing annoyed me was when I went into the cinema to watch this film, it turned out the screening that me and the wife went to see, it was subtitles for the hard of hearing. So that wasn't like advertised when we booked it, but it doesn't matter because we've got a limitless card, so it didn't cost anything. But a bit of a shame that it was bloody subtitles right at the bottom, and they were big as well. So that kind of interfered with the enjoyment of the film. It was made for 67 million and actually filmed this film in 2017. But they had problems, had to do loads of reshoots, and the film's been delayed and delayed all the time. So it's just come out now. That's like 3 years since they started filming it. When films have reshoots, you know they're in trouble. Pity, because last year I watched X-Men Dark Phoenix. That was the previous film. No, that got criticised. I quite liked that film, so I was kind of eager to watch this one. It was originally going to be a trilogy. This was going to be the first of the 3 films. But unfortunately, after all the reshoots and delays, the rights have gone back to Marvel, so the trilogy's scrapped. So this is only the one film, unfortunately. There's only really 5 heroes and 1 nurse character in the whole film, and it's nearly all set in this hospital. By the way, this is spoiler free. There'll be no spoilers, so I'll not mention sort of like what happens and everything.
Bloody spoilers? There was not a bloody spoil, was there?
It's a small cast and just one location really, kind of low key compared to the other epic films in the X-Men franchise. The hero characters are Mirage, Wolfbane, Cannonball, Sunspot and Magic. So they all have these special powers, and they're really good, the powers actually. I like Sunspot's good, bursting into flames like the Human Torch. Cannonball, he can go really fast and knock things over. They're good effects.
If my bloody ass was on fire, I'd run like bloody hell.
Wolfbane's a girl who can turn into this sort of like werewolf thing. Magic, she has like powers to like control her arm, and sort of like a light beam comes out. It looks like a Jedi fighting. And there's Mirage, she's sort of like the main character. There's good characters in the film, and the doctor's, the nurse, she's pretty two-faced.
That nurse was a right twat. Was it Nurse bloody Ratchet out the one flew over the fucking cuckoo's nest?
An interesting film because it mixes a couple of genres. There's the superhero genre that it's mostly like, but also it's kind of sort of like the horror genre. So the stories are mixed, yeah. There's lots of horror elements, especially like the creatures with the smiling faces. They're pretty horrific, them actually. There's some really creepy scenes involving them. The trouble with the film is the beginning's better than the 3rd act. So like the mystery of the characters in this hospital place, that's the major focus of the beginning and the middle part of the film as well, and that's the best once you realise what's going on. And like the battle at the end, it's not as good. An actual battle sequence, it's too much like your typical superhero films. Sort of like you can imagine it being like maybe the Fantastic Four and stuff. So it was disappointing that it resorted to that sort of thing. I preferred it when it was more like a horror film, psychological. That was much better. I thought it was going to be a really good film at first.
That bloody fight at the end, it was soft as bloody shit.
This film kind of not being as epic. It looks like it should be kind of just streamed on Netflix. It's that type of film, not like a major blockbuster sort of thing. Without getting into too much detail, I was sort of like disappointed with it. It's kind of like a second-rate type superhero Marvel film. It's not a patch off all the best works like Avengers and stuff like that, but it's still entertaining. If you like superhero films, it's worth watching. Just don't expect too much. And the ending's disappointing. It leaves it open. You can tell that they were planning on other films. Like I say, it was going to originally be a trilogy before it got scrapped. So it is kind of a shame, because I did like the characters. I would have liked to have seen a second and third film, but that's unlikely now. Overall, what would I give it out of 10? It's still pretty good, actually, considering all the problems the production had. So I'd give it about a 7. 7 out of 10. That's what I'd give it. What would you give it, Boone?
I thought it was nout, Phil. You can't beat Avengers Endgame.
Okay, everyone, bye. Bye. Subscribe. Bye. Bye.